The movie opens in a small coastal town in South Korea. We see the lives of ordinary citizens going about their daily routines. The central figure is Jae-hyuk, a young man working at the local nuclear power plant. He lives with his widowed mother and younger brother. His father had died years ago in an accident at the same plant. Jae-hyuk often feels frustrated with his monotonous job. He dreams of a better life but has no clear path out. His girlfriend, Yeonju, is supportive and caring. Yeonju also works at the power plant as a safety officer. Their relationship adds a soft emotional layer to the story. The nuclear power plant is old and poorly maintained. Workers constantly raise concerns about safety, but management ignores them, citing cost and time. Corruption and negligence run deep in the system. A looming sense of disaster is quietly established. One day, a massive earthquake strikes the region. Buildings collapse. The ground shakes violently. The nuclear plant suffers heavy structural damage. Cracks appear, alarms blare, and chaos erupts inside. Workers scramble to assess the damage. Yeonju warns superiors of a potential meltdown, but officials downplay the risks to avoid panic. Jae-hyuk and his colleagues witness leaks and fires. The government is informed but reacts slowly. Politicians argue about public image and economy. Radiation levels begin to rise dangerously.
À partial réacteur explosion occure.
Debris rains down and several workers are killed. Panic spreads throughout the town. Residents demand evacuation, but authorities hesitate to order mass evacuation. They fear nationwide chaos and international criticism. Instead, they reassure citizens that things are under control. Meanwhile, inside the plant, conditions worsen. Valves are stuck, systems are failing. Jae-hyuk and his team risk their lives to contain the damage. They struggle with extreme heat and radiation. Protective suits are inadequate. Oxygen runs low during rescue attempts. Friends and colleagues begin collapsing. The government forms a crisis committee, but they argue more than they act. Scientists urge immediate containment measures. Politicians prioritize saving face. The president himself is eventually briefed. Citizens lose trust in the government's reassurances. Fear spreads across the nation. Protests break out demanding transparency. The media begins reporting hidden truths. Families are torn apart by the crisis. Jae-hyuk's mother begs him to quit and leave, but he feels torn between family and duty. His younger brother looks up to him with fear and pride. Yeonju worries about losing him, yet she also supports his bravery. Engineers warn that a full meltdown is imminent. The plant must be manually shut down, but the control systems are destroyed. The only way is for someone to go inside. Radiation exposure makes it a suicide mission. Jae-hyuk volunteers despite protests. He feels responsible for his town's survival. His colleagues admire but fear for him. The government reluctantly agrees. A heavy silence falls before his mission. He shares a heartbreaking farewell with his mother. She begs him not to go, but he insists. He embraces his younger brother. He promises Yeonju he will always love her. Their tearful goodbye is deeply emotional. Jae-hyuk enters the devastated plant. Flames rage and machinery sparks. The walls shake as aftershocks continue. His Geiger counter spikes uncontrollably. His body weakens with each step he pushes forward through wreckage. Memories of his father's death flood his mind. He recalls his family's sacrifices. His determination grows stronger. He reaches the damaged reactor core. Radiation burns his skin. His suit begins tearing. He coughs violently but keeps moving. Time is running out. He manually overrides the system. Sirens blare as shutdown begins. He forces the final lever with all his strength. The reactor finally stabilizes. Catastrophe is prevented, but his body collapses from radiation. Outside, workers watch monitors in silence. Relief floods their faces. The president is informed of success. Families cry with gratitude and grief. Yeonju collapses in tears. Jae-hyuk's sacrifice saves thousands. His body never makes it out. He becomes a silent hero. His mother mourns deeply. His brother vows to remember him forever. The town begins recovery efforts. Survivors return cautiously, but scars of the disaster remain. The tragedy changes public opinion. Citizens demand reforms in nuclear safety. The president faces backlash for negligence. Politicians scramble to cover their failures. Scientists call for shutting down old plants. The people's anger grows louder. National grief turns into determination. Yeonju visits the memorial site. She leaves flowers for Jae-hyuk. Tears stream down her face. She whispers promises to never forget. His memory becomes a symbol of courage. The film closes with a somber note. Ordinary lives were lost due to greed and negligence. But one man's sacrifice saved the nation. Jae-hyuk's heroism echoes in the hearts of survivors. Pandora ends as both a tragedy and a warning for humanity.